What is up, players? It's War Boss Tay up in this mug. Today we're taking a look at the Mechanic of the Iron Horde. It's one of the miniatures that I picked up at Artel W Miniatures website. Link is down below in the description. You have to check him out. Look at this beefy boy. I am so happy with this miniature. This is one of my favorite miniatures ever. He just embodies what it means to be a mechanic for an orc horde. The mad genius of it. It's just, he's festooned with detail, and he's got two little assistants here. Before we get into everything about this model, I do want to show the bits that I did not use and how you could keep them for the rest of your collection. I've got one grot helmet here, or grot head with a spiky helmet that you could use as like a warrior head or a driver, or he doesn't really look like a crewman. He looks like a motorcyclist and a little sidecar. So that's one. And then we've got, I didn't go with his power claw. Interestingly enough, there are two configurations for this power claw. You can either have it with a claw, a little pointy bit there. So you've got two grabbers, like a grabber with teeth there. Or you could have it with the ever popular buzzsaw. I remember this first time they took a buzzsaw bit out of a knob frame and they attached it to the power claw from the Assault on Blackreach. Remember that from the War Boss? That became my favorite conversion to do, just to add this little whirling buzzsaw bit to a power claw. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Now, if I wanted to be the mad scientist mechanic that is screaming within me to do it, what I would do is shave that down a little bit and then add this buzzy bit to his wrench here. Then I could have a power wrench. But I'm not going to do that. I think it's actually much funnier here, like this. I think it's actually much funnier that he's just holding a wrench and a screwdriver. That's all he's armed with. I was like, I got two pistols for his right hand. I could do a power claw for his left hand, but no, I want to just give him a power wrench and a flippin' screwdriver, because that's how bad this guy is. Going on to the weapons that I didn't use, he's got like a drum-fed little shooter pistol. I love that he's got a screw for the what you call it, the thing that you can see all the rivets. I love just the design of these guns. And if you don't know, Artel W Miniatures makes boutique resin, high quality. I don't know if you caught my stream yesterday or the recent video that I uploaded of a Tomb King Lich Priest, but that fine cast that Games Workshop used to make is also supposedly a resin, or a resin plastic composite. And this Artel W Miniatures product is just miles above. It is like solid. It feels like plastic, and I really love it. And here's a little hand flamer, little Prometheum tank. It just looks so great. And now I can have these bits to add for the rest of my orc army. The alternate head, which is just as good as the one that I ended up using, is a little, what do you call it, welding mask slapped onto his face, but you could still see him screaming and laughing and having a good time behind it. He's got an earring there. I love that he's not a muscular, big, brawny, like beefy, broad-shouldered guy. He's kind of pudgy. He's got a little bit of gut, and he's got that quadruple chin there. He's just a wonderful beast. Just a fantastic sculpt. Okay, let's take a look at all the little bits. Now, just like in like a tech priest from the Adeptus Mechanicus, he's got a bit of a rig here on the back. And you can see it's the skull and crossbones, but instead of crossbones, it's two cross wrenches hanging on to some bolts and screws. The bits were, I'm sorry I didn't show you the bits in the bag. I just wanted to build this guy up and make this video to show it to you guys. But these two wires are a single piece. this wire is a single piece. They slot into these two ports there. This one slots into those two ports there, and they go into either his power wrench or the exhaust pipe of the power fist has a little port where those wires would go into. The bits that I glued on were this arm and this arm, the light that's hanging over his shoulder. I love the old like steampunky brass lantern with the wire that's coiled around it. This little wire there, it's just fantastic. All the little bits of detail that I'm still continuing to pick out. I just love this model so much. And here's a little grabby hand. This one came as this arm piece, and then this piece at the end slots in right there. So that's what that piece looks like. Now, if you click the link below in the description, it'll take you to the product page where you can scroll through the gallery, and then you'll see their instructions, their assembly guide. So you can see where all of the little bits and pieces go. But honestly, this was such a simple model to put together. In fact, I had more issues gluing my fingers together with his two assistants than I did with Big Boy here, because everything made sense. The other pieces that were glued on were this bag full of tools that goes onto his waist. His loincloth here is a separate piece. It slots onto the front. His head, of course, you could choose between the two different heads. And this little wheel was a separate piece that pops into the tank there. But honestly, guys, this is building this guy up tonight rekindled my joy of converting and assembling and building amazing models. And I think that's one of the things that we like to engage in when we see the new models you know, flashed across the community page or Twitter. We love to see how models come together to build something amazing. And all the pieces that put this guy together, every time I added on a piece, like I think from the loincloth into the pouch of tools here, I just had this happy feeling. I think I might have been an orc in another life, in another fictional life. I think I really enjoy just slapping things together and the way they turn out. I love that he's got goggles. He's got one chipped, broken tusk. He's got these weird little gauges and readouts all over him. And pouches, like the equipment pouches that stick out on his body. It's probably because this is a resin kit and not plastic, but I feel like there's so much detail crammed into this model. You compare that with the Games Workshop Mekkanik model, and it just looks so static and flat. And this just the width from front to back, just how chunky he is. He's on a 50mm base. The two little guys are on 25s. I just love this guy so much. I think this is a tusk. He's not chewing on a cigar, right? That's a broken tusk. Okay. I like that he looks a little bit older. You could paint his upper lip like wrinkly. And then, oh yeah, here, look, he's got like like grafts all down his chin. Like he had a big cut, or he's recovering from some kind of facelift surgery. I just love it. Everything about this guy is character. It's character, baby. Now let's take a look at his friends. This one messed me up. This little guy messed me up. This arm is so difficult. It's not at the shoulder where the joint is. The joint is actually under the shoulder. And when I was trying to slot up this arm, it just wasn't working. Super glue was getting everywhere. It was gumming up my entire hand. And this piece comes off separate, this coil with the wire. I just love that. I love this guy. This guy has a lot of character. I love how he looks so weighted down. Like he's just dragging himself from place to place with his boss. Like this is how I feel on Mondays when I drag myself into work. And then this guy who's just having a time of his life, and he's riding a mechanic squig with rockets on it. He was a little bit easier to put together. I wish you could see, I should have taken some pictures before I glued him into the cockpit. There's like a little pedal there that looks like a pedal for a vehicle. His lever, that's like his propulsion steering stick, slots right into there. It looks like a gear shift for park, reverse, forward. There, you can kind of see it there. And then he's holding a banner with a skull and crossed wrenches. So, guys, I don't know what to say. This kit is, it brought me so much joy. It sparked joy, as Marie Kondo would say. And I can't wait to get into painting them up. If you would like to pick up a version of this for yourself and build one up for yourself and have fun, play around with all the extra options, although I don't know why, the simple joy of seeing a guy with a screwdriver and a power wrench is just so hilarious to me. I'm going to put a link down below in the description. It's going to take you right to the page. As an affiliate of Artel W Miniatures, if you do decide to purchase anything, I will be receiving a small commission for sending you there. But that would really support the studio, and why not? If you're an Ork player, or even if you're just a collector who loves to build and assemble and paint miniatures, there is no greater joy than assembling a miniature that is as amazing as this Ork Mekkanik. I'm thinking of painting him up as a Bad Moons with a lot of big bright yellows. I don't know. I might also go with Evil Sun's red. That's always a winner. Who can say? Who can say? Maybe even in Blood Axes. I don't know. There's just so much character to these miniatures. Maybe I'll buy more and just paint them up in different color schemes. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. What do you think of this figure? Do you think it stands up to the Games Workshop sculpts? I would be surprised if Artel W tried to interpret the shock attack gun, which sucks up snotlings and sends them through dimensions to explode inside of their enemies. I think this model, just the Space Ork Mekkanik with all of the trappings, like his little Fix-It, what was his name? Oh man, the Fix-It guy, the character with the construction hat, Fix-It Phil. I think it's just such a great silhouette that he makes. This figure is just so great. All right, I have a mush mouth. I don't know what else I'm talking about, so I'm gonna cut it off here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the link, as I said. See this guy in action for yourself. Pick one up for yourself. And thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the like button before you go and leave me a comment. What do you think? And we'll see you in the next video.